The quarantine zone was shot to shit. A desperate last stand against a rabid horde of infected trying to get out into the world. My ride has taken us to the last command center in this. Fuck it, I didn't give myself enough time to read all that. God damn it, fuck. Now you guys have missed out on the plot completely. What are we going to do?
It's alright, I was watching Man vs. Wild today. Watched the episode where he went to Vietnam, so I'm good.
That just about does it, yeah. Good enough is. Oh, hi Baggot.
Hey. Lie boy, is this guy this guy from Darfur? Yo, what's crack, fly boy?
So that guy just killed our ride. Because, you know, it's tradition in this game for the beginning of every level for your ride to get destroyed. Because, you know, that gimmick hasn't gotten old yet, at all.
And that's where I'm going now. You get in my way, I'll fucking...
This guy's not a happy camper.
I wish I could hear him, because the subtitles don't quite do it justice.
Well, he won't be around much longer anyway. Spoiler alert, he dies like every other character we've met in this game so far.
Well, don't get in his way.
Don't get in my way, Mike. Okay, so I'm gonna go out on the record and say that this is like the closest level in the game to playing like an actual game. This is probably my favorite level right until the end. And that doesn't mean it's very good, it just means that's the closest to being a decent level.
What game would you compare it to, this level?
This level, I'd compare it to some really bad FPS then. I'm trying to think of like a bad FPS I can compare it to.
Haze?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know which one that is?
That's the one with the yellow, right? Like a lot of yellow
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah. That's all I remember from Haze. So this level, despite being the closest thing to like an actual level, is also really poorly designed, and you'll find yourself going around in circles like a shit ton or walking to dead ends. You got any other...
Are they jumping from the roofs, or...?
Yes. Which actually counteracts some advice that is given to you by another soldier, which is to stay off the roofs, because they're all going to be on ground level. But they're coming from the roofs, and, like, you know, from the tops of buildings, so I'm not...
Maybe they're jumping over them, so they're still technically coming from the ground?
You know, that's the best guess I can venture to right now.
I know you're not a fan of Left 4 Dead, but...
I'm not.
You know, if you played that, you'd have more... Oh.
Game over!
Shit.
Oh, no such luck.
Oh, is that your, the brother?
No, not quite.
I didn't think they would bother putting that much detail into any of them. Fuck off a mode.
I guess I don't own my own strength, I crushed his skull! No, actually that guy on the roof somehow sniped with an M16. Don't ask me how that works. M16.
Iron sight.
The M16 does not make a good sniper rifle, despite what Golgo 13 might say. So anyway, you're supposed to know that you're going up and not staying on ground level. But the problem with going up is that you get yourself like caught in corners and you can't just like jump off the side, otherwise you're jumping into a pit of monsters. But on the other hand, the monsters will follow you up the stairs and shit. So
is there like multiple paths to getting up?
No, just the one, but there are many paths on the ground that all lead to dead ends, but they're just there to confuse you.
Because I'm getting a slight Resident Evil 4, 5, not from the gameplay of course, but like the basic level. Wait, is that
yeah,
a
it's
female
sort
one?
of, you know, it does sort of look like it a bit. You know, it looks like a Resident Evil 4 trying to back yourself into a little
the first
cabin.
one where they all attack you and you have to like start hiding in buildings, but...
You know, it's sort of like that, minus the fun. So anyway,
So,
this is the way up.
just Resident Evil 5 then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, cool.
So this is the way up. And you see that little animation right there where the guy jumped out of the door? Well, get ready to see that a few times. And by a few, I mean at least like 12 more times. Wish that was an exaggeration.
Wonder if this game was motion captured.
Oh yeah, these high quality jerky animations.
It's hard to tell for me. Not going to spoil it, but the way I'm seeing this footage, it's not the nicest way. But hey, I'm seeing less of the game because of the frame rate, basically.
Yeah, I'm trying to share screen
Avaman
over
gets
Skype.
That man gets the full force of this shit.
Anyway, you may not think it right now, but I've already gone the completely wrong way.
Oh, what are those dudes doing down there?
They're feasting on a corpse.
It was weird. It looked like they were like pulling it away.
They're pulling him out, you know, like limb by delicious limb, and pulling his entrails out of him.
Is this the only point in the game where they really do this? Because I've watched the
do
other parts. I've never really seen them like feasting or them. Really
I think you see it
spawning
like a few
ahead of you.
scattered times, but they reused that little animation for this level and the next level a few times. Like, is this at this point in the game they're trying to pull out all the stops, because this is the second to last level. So anyway, you can see the ladder I first climbed up on, and those people feasting on the corpse are the ones we saw at the beginning of the level after we got mauled in that quick time event. So it means we come around in a complete circle. And heading over here, they bring out the letterboxes for a single enemy. As if like this is supposed to be like a major, like hard fight. But he dies just the same as every other enemy, so I don't see the point.
Yeah, that's the same mod of the guy who threw you off the building.
It's like the Indiana Jones movie, like, you know, where, like, you know, the guy does, like, all his sword play, whoa, 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 and then you kill him in one shot, and it's like, okay, big whoop. I don't see what was, like, supposed to be the big deal about that guy. He's actually, I think what it is, he's supposed to be letting you know that this is not a good way to go, because as soon as you come into here, it triggers, like a group of enemies, a horde of them that you cannot kill, that you'll never be able to kill with a shotgun, which is the only, like, major weapon you can have at this point. So pretty much you're fucked. See? You see, if I can't do it, you can't.
So, has there been any real explanation for the zombies yet?
There was one sort of semi-explanation where they, like, gave away, like, you know, that it's man-made. It's a man-made virus. Wait, no, wait! Shh. Oh no, I spoiled shit by accident because they didn't say that. My bad. I think they say that in the next level. I'm sorry that I've, you know, taken away from the plot. But yeah, White Knight's a man-made virus. Look at that crowd of enemies swarming. Do you see that?
Yeah.
You can just kill them all from here because they have, like, really bad pathfinding, so they can't find their way up the stairs. And even if they do, they're doing it single file, so you can just fire down the line. I say as I fuck it up. That's the right way, by the way. You know, jump through the window. Obvious. That's why I went the wrong way before, because I walked right by that window.
It's hard to tell from my screen. Is it just like, moving left and right?
Yeah, it's having a hard time going through that window.
Because with the frame rate, it just looked like it was two images just flickering backwards and forward.
No, it looked pretty much exactly like that here, too. It wasn't smooth in the least. It literally goes like left, then right, left, right, left, right. So you probably don't have as bad a frame rate as you think.
Can you kill that guy by accident when he pops around the corner?
No, you can't friendly fire, as I established in the first episode. I wish I could. You can't even kill this guy, who seems to be on his last leg. Who'd probably be better off dead. Starring John Cusack. I think he was in that movie. You wouldn't know, you're a Brit. That was an American movie. Better off dead. So anyway, we gotta go up this ladder, but that corpse is in the way, so,
Hey, a puzzle.
Yeah, just about as hard as Resident Evil 4's puzzles.
It's unique, I'll give you that.
Oh boy, I bet you didn't see him coming through that door. More fun, PDR.
So, are these the eat people alive zombies, or are they just the beat people up ones?
What do you mean?
I've seen a few zombie movies and games where the zombies don't necessarily just instantly bite you.
Well, I don't think, like, I mean, I guess the disease has to be transmittable by bites. But these guys just seem to like clawing me a lot.
Just trying to see if the game's like got like a Deus Ex where the main character can't get infected by them or some shit.
Yeah, you know, that is a kind of good point. I mean, I guess you have to die for it to totally take hold. But then again, you see them feasting on corpses sometime, which means that they don't become zombies, they just become meals. So maybe it's like no, I was gonna say the Vietnamese only become zombies, but Walker became a zombie because he got bit once. So fuck, I don't know. God, don't make me overanalyze
They
this game.
they could at least have tied it into the people who were like spraying nuclear waste over at the time.
Maybe it was that shot I got at the beginning. But wait, Cal had the... not Cal, fucking, Griffin had the same shot. Griffin got the same shot as you did in the beginning of the game, and that didn't keep him from becoming a zombie, so what the fuck? Come on, step up your game, Guerrilla Developments. Look at this guy.
I'm glad you remembered all the name of the characters.
That corpse is, squirming. That's not supposed to be programmed in, that's just his ragdoll being broken. Broken ragdoll? Broken AI? Broken ragdoll? Broken AI? And the grenade didn't kill him, somehow. Even though it dropped right next to him. Grenades are shit useless in this game.
I thought that would have killed you.
Ragdolls in this game are so fucking broken, as we established in the first episode, and as I am re-establishing here. I guess you actually didn't see how broken it was. But, you know, watch the episode when I post it. Watch it when the commentary's done. Oh, and here you have a chance to drop back to the beginning of the level in case you want to do that whole level over again. You can drop down right there.
It's been a while, but, I'll check it out again.
So I'm trying to figure out the right play at this point in the video. Because there's another forking path here. One of them leads to a dead end, one of them doesn't. And I think in this take, I go around the long way and die.
Do you think the dead end are like spawn points that they didn't hide properly?
How do you mean?
Well, I have to go back to like Left 4 Dead because that's a prime example of spawning zombies, and they'll put them into like cupboards.
Oh, I got you. Like, you know, spawn points for the enemies where you can't see them.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I dropped back to the beginning of the level here. I don't know why I fucking did it. So it was like
showing
bad
off the awesome zombie gameplay.
No, wait, I can't tell because this isn't the beginning of the level, because those, even though that's the same exact animation, the same two zombies eating on the same corpse in the same look-alike location, there wasn't that zombie before, so this is clearly a different area. So disregard everything I was saying before. I suck cocks. No, that's the thing though. This game, everything looks fucking identical. Every area looks the goddamn same. Fuck!
Is there any,
no, fucking every area in this game looks the goddamn same. And when you use the same fucking models doing the same fucking animation, you can't fucking tell if it's the beginning or the end of the level. It's fucking just dumb. It's stupid. I fucking hate this game.
There's some fire. That helps.
That's like the only... Yeah, we've seen fire. There you go. You see everything else look the same, but there's fire now, okay? So, viewer beware. You're in for a scare.
I was going to ask, is there any sort of waypoint system?
There's checkpoints every now and again, but they're so few and far between. It's bullshit. Like, if I died now, I'd still think I'd be starting over from that quick time event where the guy threw me off the roof.
No, I mean, is there like some sort of like trigger that gives you at least a rough idea where you're going?
No, everything looks the goddamn same. You see a checkpoint come up on screen. And that lets you know that you've made progress.
Oh, does it have the Halo problem where you can like miss checkpoints?
Yeah, I know there's one level where you can like steer out of the way if you don't if you're like too not centered while walking through a door or something like that, you can miss a checkpoint completely.
Yeah, Halo 3 got me pretty angry the amount of times that happened on me. But if you just go around the corner a certain way, you miss like a checkpoint.
Well, balls to be you.
Well, no, see, I watched their making of, and it's like the most dumb, piss easy way to program checkpoints because they do it in their map editor. You just put a huge area that the checkpoint activates, and they somehow miss. I don't know.
So we're winding down towards the end of the level here.
Oh, this is a finale, yeah.
The blood trails, the blood trails of the game is in the name's title. If you notice, if you look really closely, that guy who's dragging himself across the floor, as he moves forward, the blood trail behind him disappears, like puddle by puddle.
Decal limit. So is this going to be is this a standard stay alive for so long?
No, there is a path yet to find, but it's not clear where you have to go. Because first you think you have to go up into the temple, then you look down here and there's bodies here too. And that's the first time you can get a gun in this map that isn't a shotgun. You can get the M16. But for the entirety of this map, you've been stuck with the shotgun. So if you're not a fan of the shotgun, well, here's your bonding time. And then next level, there's only like one gun you can like really feasibly use, which is the machine gun. Because if you're using any gun that isn't a machine gun, you are so fucked. So remember that that one enemy that was like the boss enemy that had like a lot of health?
Kind of. It's been
Like,
a long time since I've seen a new episode.
it was like this guy in a gas mask. You know, it seemed like a one-time thing. You know, you had to shoot him like 50 times in the head for him to die. And you thought you'd never see that guy again. Like, why would they ever use that guy again? Because he was a really shitty boss fight. I mean, that's just stupid. That's just bad game design. Hello! Come on!
Oh, now I remember this, yeah.
So anyway, here's more fast motion because guess what?
Oh.
He takes just as long to kill.
Yeah, I remember this where you just walking backwards and forwards. No, I've seen, watched another playthrough of the game recently that had the exact same problem. I only ended it like 20 times through.
So anyway, this time it's a bit harder because you can't just do the four corners of the room. So sometimes you have to, like, you know, walk into these long and narrows, and, you know, like, sort of, like, squirm right by past him as he comes through the door.
Can you, is there any way of jamming it?
Not quite, but, oh, first of all, let me, spoil the next few seconds by saying I die here. And in this second attempt, I discover a little secret for dealing with the guy in this map.
Can you, shoot on the ladder?
No, nothing like that. Nothing like, you know, logical, I guess, if you can really call that logical. But,
It's old school gaming logic, at least.
okay, here it is. Just a second from now. I try the four corners approach. And,
oh, can you not get behind that bed?
you nailed it. Give it a second, though, and you'll see just how bad this is. Okay, here it is. Walking right towards me.
Oh, I guess the program is like said it's not next to you because the object's there.
So I discovered a glitch that finally allows me to kill this motherfucker. Because otherwise it takes literally like 3 minutes of not fast motion for you to inflict enough headshots on me. Because look, these are all headshots. I do not miss my headshots with this guy. I don't miss a single shot.
Is there a reason why he's wearing the fire mask?
Because he's that badass. Oh, but of course he dies when you do melee, because melee actually does 20 times more damage than the bullets. I'm not fucking kidding. If you do a melee headshot, it actually does so much more fucking damage than a shotgun blast to the face. Fuck this game. No, seriously, fuck this game. This is the shittiest fucking game. I'm so fucking glad I'm done. Fuck, I'm teabagging this motherfucker.
I thought for a minute you were making like decal marks on his vest. It's like there's two grey marks on it. It's like, what?
There, I clipped him through the fucking bed. I shot his corpse so fucking hard, it transcended matter and fucking phased through the bed. Seriously, fuck this game.
Whoa, that was a weird cut.
Okay, so here's the cutscene for this level, which sets up, you know, going to the final level of the game. You can talk, no one fucking cares.
Brash,
I don't want to
safe
say.
in their ivory tower, told me another squad hunting for White Knight had been lost.
There's a voice they didn't
Except
recognize,
this
but
time
I
they
did.
have the location.
Mom?
And this time, they have the last transmission received. It was a voice they didn't recognize. But
So I guess
You
it's supposed to be
could
like,
say that so much quicker.
there's supposed to be like some sort of social commentary here about how the higher ups in the Vietnam War and the American Army are better protected than the grunt soldiers.
Hasn't like every war game ever already done that?
The thing is, though, those higher up models, our bosses, had the same exact player model, same character models as every other grunt soldier in the game. They give him like a tie or something. God. So anyway, this is done. Catch us next time. Final episode. Shellshock 2. Blood Trails.